All right, good morning, guys. So this will be your batch tracker sheet, guys. I'll share this batch tracker sheet to everyone. So please ping me your Gmail ID in Zoom chat or in the WhatsApp to me directly. Okay. Please don't ping me in the WhatsApp group, but send me a DM. Send me a direct message. Okay. So that I can share this batch tracker sheet to you. So today we'll start fundamentals PD fundamentals. So or else I will change it as KYC know your computer. So we'll start with computer fundamentals. So now why do we need to know this? Why do we need to know these fundamentals? And performance test engineers need to know this. These are required for performance testing. What are those concepts? So you need to know some basic concepts, and moreover one more reason is we have some freshers in the batch, right? We'll have some freshers in every batch. So we'll and those who are from non-IT background, non-IT background or non-computers background. So for those people, I have been covering these concepts in every batch. Clear, guys? And we'll start with operating system and system configuration. What is operating system? What is system configuration? And these fundamental concepts are first important to pursue a career in performance testing. For functional testing, these are not required. You need not know what is your processor, what is your memory on the server and all those. But for performance testing, these concepts are very much required, very much important. Clear? So I'll start, we'll go one by one, guys. I'll go to slideshow mode. And first, what is operating system? What is an operating system? Someone asks you to define operating system, right? So what is an operating system? Yes. OS is operating system, but what does it do? Karan, what is an operating system?
Sir, it is a main software unknown or computer. It is like a bridge between the user and the hardware. It will manage the hardware and create the new files.
Right. So it is an interface. It acts as an interface between the end user and the hardware, right? That is what Tarun is defining. Any other definitions? It can be defined in multiple ways. Operating system can be defined in multiple ways. Any other definitions? It is a main software, it is a software. Operating system is a software interface, right? Between the end user and the hardware, right? Any other definitions? Open, by the way, how many of you are using ChatGPT? How many of you started using ChatGPT, guys? So if not, can you please create an account in ChatGPT? Okay, and start using it. Those who are not using ChatGPT, can you please go to chatgpt.com and start using it? Okay, stop using Google search and start using ChatGPT. It is a high time that you need to start using ChatGPT. Or you can also use Copilot on your system. Okay, so you see a logo here called Copilot, right? Launch that Copilot and ask, let us ask Copilot what is ChatGPT, what is the operating system. Sorry, what is an operating system? What is an operating system? What is Copilot saying? It is a fundamental software that manages a computer's hardware and software resources, acting as a bridge between user and the machine, right? Think of it as a conductor of a computer orchestra, ensuring all parts work together smoothly, right? So it is a fundamental software that manages a computer's, I'll take up this definition. I'll copy this definition and I'll put it into your class notes document, okay? So this will be your class notes document. So I'll share this class notes document. Operating system. An operating system is a fundamental software that manages a computer's hardware and software resources and which acts as a bridge between user and the machine. Right? Now what is the next one? What is the next? All good, guys? Any queries? Now, how to check your system configuration? How can we check our system configuration? I hope everyone joined through your laptop only. Please join through laptop. If not, today, or if possible, try to join from laptop. Okay. So open your system and can you tell me your system configuration? Can you check and tell me what is your system configuration? There are multiple ways to check the system configuration, right? System configuration of your machine. Can you check your system configuration and post it in the Zoom chat? When you say system configuration, what details are important, guys, by the way? When you say system configuration, what are the important details, Tarun?
We'll check the RAM, how much RAM.
Okay, we'll check the RAM. Okay. Next.
We'll also check processor generation.
Processor details, right? Those are important, right? First, your processor is important. I'll keep it first. Processor info, RAM. Next.
We'll also check memory like SSD.
Right. That is storage. We check storage. So what are the different types of storage now? You have hard disk drive, HDD, and SSD, right? These are the different types of storage: hard disk drive and SSD, solid state drive, right? HDD stands for hard disk drive. SSD stands for solid state drive, right? And next, network interface card. Yes or no? NIC card. We call it as NIC card. NIC card means network interface card. Yes or no? These all make your system configuration, correct? Now, what is the information required regarding a processor? How to check your processor configuration? Yes. How to check your processor configuration? Or where to check the processor configuration? Yes.
Multiple places lo check cheyచ్చు. Simple ga
Yeah,
మొత్తం
you can
అన్ని
check
ఒకే
in
చోట
multiple ways.
కావాలంటే
Right. Yeah, one way is
విండోస్ బటన్ ప్రెస్ చేసి సిస్టమ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అని టైప్ చేయొచ్చు. మొత్తం కంప్లీట్
Yeah.
డీటెయిల్స్ వస్తాయి.
okay. So, you mean to say here?
సిస్టమ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అని సెట్ చేస్తే వస్తాయి సార్. సిస్టమ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్.
Right. So here you see your processor details, right? And you see RAM details. You should also see RAM details somewhere. Here it is, right? Installed physical RAM is memory is 24 GB, right? Available physical memory is 6 GB approximately, correct? So this is one way to check this, right? Simple way is, right click on this PC and go to properties. This is one way, correct? Go to your desktop and right click on your PC, this PC, and select properties. You will get this window. You will get this window, settings window, right? There it shows your processor configuration. This is the process. This is my process configuration. 13th generation Core i7 processor, right? Base speed. This is the base speed of my laptop. 1.7 gigahertz. And installed RAM is 24 GB RAM. 24 GB RAM. And this is my machine name. Device name is Lenovo ThinkPad. This is the name that I gave it. You can rename it by using this option, rename this PC, right? This is also called as hostname. This is also called as hostname. Okay. So this is one way to check. This is one simple way to check. The other way is, Venkat, the other way is you can open Task Manager, right click on the taskbar and go to Task Manager, right? And you can check in the Task Manager, you can go to Performance tab. This is Performance tab. Observe here, this is Performance tab, right? This is Performance tab. I'm sorry. This is Performance tab. Under Performance tab, you can check, you have all these details: CPU, memory, disk, Wi-Fi, all these details. Now, if you want to see the processor configuration, you select CPU, and here you see all your system details, right? 13th generation Core i7, U model. So you see there is a letter called U at the ending. There is a letter called U. This is Core i7 processor, Intel i7 processor, right? Intel Core i7 processor, 13th generation Intel Core i7 processor. And at the ending, there is some letter. This letter has a significance. What is that? So U stands for ultra low power. Is it? Ultra low power. So if you ask, like see, and what are the other variants available here? What are the other variants available here? Right? Shall we ask ChatGPT or Copilot? Which one do you prefer? We'll ask Copilot, right? What is that letter? What is the letter at the end of processor configuration details? Right? So there will be, see, my laptop is U model, U for, see, there are multiple, see, the letters at the end of a processor name are suffixes that indicates the processor's special features, performance category, and intended use. For example, U means ultra low power, common in laptops, right? H means high performance. For if you see a gaming laptop or a workstation for gaming, that will have H. Even I have another computer at home, which is a H processor, which is having H processor. I'll show you that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll show that. That is a high performance processor. That laptop cost is 1,60,000 or 1,70,000. Okay, I have it at home, so I don't carry it outside. But it will be at home. I'll be using for test executions whenever we want to. Whenever I want to demonstrate test executions, I'll be using that laptop. Clear, guys? That processor model is a H processor. It is high performance processor and it is very costly. Obviously, it is very costly. This laptop is 1 lakh laptop. The laptop that you are seeing now, this is 1 lakh laptop. Okay. So this is also, because it is a 15-inch display and this is Lenovo, it is a corporate laptop. Basically, it is a heavy duty laptop. The one that I am using currently. This is a heavy duty laptop. Okay. But it consumes ultra low power, which is common in laptops. And K means unlocked or overclocking. Okay. I did not see that, anytime. But mostly we'll see either H or U. Now, why is this important? Why this information is important? Your laptop cost depends on this processor model. Okay. If it is U processor, it should not be more than 1 lakh. Okay. But if you see H processor, it will be more than 1 lakh. Minimum cost will be 1 lakh. Right? So this information is required if you are looking to buy a laptop. First, you need to know this information. Otherwise, your shopkeeper will sell you a ultra low power laptop for the cost of a H processor, high performance laptop. Yes or no? If you don't know this information, you will be cheated easily, right? So this information is required. First of all, if you want to use a laptop or if you want to buy a laptop, this information is first important. And then tomorrow also, like all your servers, tomorrow when you are doing performance testing for any online application, your servers will be having H processor. Okay. Now coming back to this. So this is your CPU. This is how you can check. This is where you can check the CPU details. Now, where can you check your memory details or RAM details? What does RAM stands for, first of all? This should be pronounced as RAM, first of all, right? RAM stands for random access memory. What does it do in a computer? What does RAM does in a computer? Right. It is a high speed memory, right? It is a high speed memory where all your applications will be running, all our applications will be running in RAM. What does that mean? All our applications will be running. Now, what does that mean? Suppose, see, right now, what are the programs that I'm running? I am using WhatsApp. I am using Zoom meeting, right? I am using Zoom meeting. I'm running Zoom meeting on my machine, right? I am using WhatsApp. I am running Chrome browser. Okay. I'm running Chrome browser. All these are running in the RAM. Yes or no? All these are running in the RAM. How can you say that? Can you check that? Can we check that anywhere? Yes. You can go to processes. You can go to process tab and see here. It is showing what all processes are, what all applications are running on my machine. For example, Google Chrome is running here. There are multiple tabs open here. That is why you see these many occurrences, isn't it? And I am running WhatsApp now, and I am running Zoom meeting now. I am running, Copilot now. You see here that Copilot. You see that Copilot here. I am running Zoom meeting on my machine now currently, and I am also running, like a task manager. You see that task manager, right? It will show you, the process tab will show you all the process that you are running on your machine. I'm running Notepad++. You do you see that? I'm running Notepad++ here. So it should be visible somewhere here. Clear, guys? It should be visible somewhere here. And there will be some background process also running. Your operating system will be running. Record. Your operating system also will be running. Right? OneDrive is running. So you see all the process running on your system. Clear, guys? In where do you see that? In the process tab. Remember this, in the task manager process tab. Okay. The task manager process tab. What does it show you? What does that processes tab show you? What does it show? Shows all the running applications. Applications, both the background and foreground. Okay. See, foreground we can see these applications. We are running Notepad++, we are running Chrome browser, WhatsApp, Zoom meeting, and all these. Some background process also will be running. Your operating system also will be running, right? That will be loaded into RAM, isn't it? That will be loaded into RAM, and your operating. Even if I close all these programs, it will be your laptop will be consuming some memory and CPU and memory, right, to run that operating system. So that background process, foreground process, all those will be running, and they will be running in. They will be loaded into RAM. All these will be loaded into RAM. Observe here, and they are consuming some CPU and memory. Do you observe that? Right now, Chrome is right now. What is the maximum? What is the program which is consuming more? That is varying, of course. That is varying. Observe here, Chrome is using 5 GB of memory. Do you see that here? 5 GB of memory is consumed by Chrome browser itself. Different tabs in Chrome. Clear, guys? Right? It is consuming 5.5 GB, not 5 GB, 5.5 GB, 5650 MB. Right? Suppose if I close some tabs, what happens, guys? That will it come down or no? If I close some tabs here, that CPU and memory utilization will come down, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let us see that. Let us see that I'm closing some programs which are not required. This is July batch, class notes. I'm closing some programs which are not required. Okay. Now you're automatically your memory consumption will down. Did it come down? Previously it was 5600, somewhere around 5600. Now it came to 5000, isn't it? Because we had closed some tabs, isn't it? So that memory got released. Clear, guys? So whenever you open any new tab in Chrome browser, or whenever you open any browser, or whenever you open a new tab, so that that application that it will consume CPU and memory, right? So, and disk also. Yes or no? It will consume CPU, memory, disk utilization will be there, network utilization will be there. Correct? And your task manager process tab will show you how much CPU and how much memory each application is consuming. See, observe here, WhatsApp is using 740 MB. Suppose if I close this WhatsApp, now that memory, it disappeared from here, right? Yes or no? That WhatsApp
Yes.
disappeared from here because I had closed it. And that memory will be released now, isn't it? Previously it was 74 MB, now it came to 6. Sorry, previously there was 74% memory utilization. Now it came down below 70, isn't it? So whenever you open any program, that will be loaded into RAM, right? And it will consume memory, and it will be processed by your CPU, and it uses some disk space, and it will also use some network bandwidth. It will use there will be some network utilization as well. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
So what is it? Huh? Power user. Hmm? Power usage and power usage study. Yeah. So you can select if you want to see any other details, you can select this. Suppose if you select process name, one more column got added, right? So you can check those details. If you want to see power usage or GPU usage, you can select those. You can select those. Okay. Right. So now I'll go to performance tab. Under performance tab, you will see your CPU utilization. See, observe here. What is the CPU utilization? Average CPU utilization is somewhere around 20%, isn't it? You see this, this there will be 10 horizontal lines. So each line will be equal to 10%. So right now, average CPU utilization is around 20%, isn't it? Of course, it is varying between 10 to 40, 10 to 30, or 10 to 40. But average, I can say it is somewhere around 20. Yes or no? So your performance tab will show you what is the CPU utilization, average CPU utilization, and memory utilization, right? And disk utilization. Observe here, this is mine is a SSD. This is an SSD basically. WDPC, and WD stands for Western Digital. That is a brand name, company name. And this is an SSD. You see here SSD here, SSD NVMe. Clear guys? And it is having three partitions. C. What are these? C, D, E. These are called as drives, right? There are three different drives on the total 500 GB is divided into 512 GB. See capacity, you see the capacity here, 512 is the capacity. Okay, my storage capacity on my laptop. Out of this 512 GB, that is divided into three drive letters C, D, E, right? You can check those details also here. If you open Windows Explorer, you can see those details here. In this PC, we are having C drive, D drive, and E drive. And you can see the same details over here as well, isn't it? And right now, 1% of the disk is in utilization. Clear guys? Only 1% is being utilized because we are not doing anything. We are just on task manager. That's it. But if you download something, if you download a file, your CPU, memory utilization, disk utilization, network utilization will go up, will increase, isn't it? And now this is your Wi-Fi details. This is your throughput, right? Or this graph relates to your network utilization. Clear guys? How much data is transferring over the Wi-Fi currently, or how much percentage utilization is there, right? Not percentage. It tells you in terms of kilobytes per second. kbps means kilobytes per second. Okay. Now observe here in CPU, you also need to know. Observe here, there are 10 cores. You see that, mine is a 10 core processor. 10 core processor, and it has 12 logical processors. Clear guys? The more the number of processors, the faster your system will be. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
And
sir.
also, it is showing the base speed and the current speed. This is the current speed and this is base speed. 1.7 gigahertz is the base speed. And CPU utilization is varying between 10 to 30%, right? 10 to 30%. Clear guys? And now coming back to memory, if you click on memory, observe here that this is the total memory on my laptop. 24 GB is the total memory on my laptop, out of which only 7.3 GB is available, means free. But 16 GB is already in use. In use is 16 GB. Available memory is approximately 7 GB. Clear guys? Free memory is only 7 GB. Clear? Okay. And this is the RAM speed. 3200 MT by S. What does it mean? Can you please search? Can you please ask Copilot or ChatGPT what is MT by S? Mega transfers per second. It should be mega transfers per second. Okay. So please start using this, so that you know how to use these AI tools, right? So what is the difference between Google search and these AI tools, using Google search and AI tools?
Google search is keyword-based searching, sir.
Right.
Copilot is conversation type, messaging type.
Right. Google search is keyword based search, whereas these Copilot or ChatGPT, these are all conversational search, right? So it all not only gives you an answer, it will ask you, do you want any other information? See, this is the beauty of these AI tools like Copilot and all this, right? See, observe here, what is it asking? There could see, it gave first of all, what did I search for? I had searched for, what is the last question that I asked? What is MT bias in RAM speed specs? If it is Google, it will just give this kind of answer, isn't it? It will just give, even if you do Google search, first of all, what is MT/s? Mega transfers per second, which measures how many millions of data transfers the memory can perform each second, right? So GHz stands for gigahertz, isn't it? And this is megahertz. Sorry, this is MT/s, mega transfers per second, which is measured in megahertz. Unlike megahertz, which measures clock frequency, MT/s or mega transfers per second reflects the actual data transfer rate of modern RAM. This reflects the actual data transfer rate of the modern RAMs, right? And now, see, it will also give you some suggestions. Do you want any other information? See, observe here. Would you like me to prepare a visual infographic comparing DDR generations? See, this feature will not be there when you do Google search, isn't it? When you do Google search, it will not ask you like this. It will not start a conversation like this. Correct, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
So that is the difference between Google search and these AI tools, correct? When you do Google search, it will not ask you whether you want me to prepare a visual infographic like this. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now coming back to this, this is about disk. Yeah. And now come back to this. Let me go to the class notes document and go to the next concept. So now what is the next concept that everyone should know is IP address. What is meant by IP address? What is meant by IP address? Yes. Yes, guys. What is meant by IP address? Huh?
Internet
Machine name.
protocols.
No, machine name is different. Machine name is different. So IP address is a unique number, a unique number
ID or number
assigned to any device connected to the internet. Right? IP address is a unique number assigned to any device connected to the network. Why I'm saying, observe here, I'm saying that as a device, because your smartphone will have an IP address. Nowadays printers are having IP address. Yes or no? Your laptop, not only your laptop or your desktop, your printers are having, if it is a Wi-Fi enabled printer, it will have some IP address. Your smartphone is having an IP address. Correct? So IP address is a unique number assigned to any device connected to the internet. Any queries, guys? Now, in IP address, there are two types of IP address: private IP and public IP. Private IP and public IP. Now, what is the difference between private IP and public IP? We'll discuss that. But how to check the IP address of our? So let's say I want to check the IP address of my machine. How can I check that? Right. Open a command prompt. Right. Open a command prompt and type. Yes. Type a command.
Type IP config.
IP config. Now, what is my IP address? Observe here. This would be my IPv4 address. Okay. So this is my laptop current IP address. Okay. Laptop current IP address on 5th Jan. Why I'm saying 5th Jan, why I'm noting down the name is, this IP address may change tomorrow. Tomorrow this may change. Clear, guys? Tomorrow this number may change.
Yes,
which one changes, guys? Will the entire number change or which part will change? So only this number will change. Okay. So tomorrow if you check this, this number will be something different. But these three set of numbers will be same. Okay. And if you observe here, can you check your IP address? Those who are in classroom, can you please share your IP address? For Srikanth, it is 33. Venkat, yes? Yes. Okay. For Srikanth, it is 33. Okay. For Venkat? 37. Because, he just now connected to the network. He had connected to the network just now. So one more number got assigned to his laptop. 37. Okay. Azhar? 11. Okay. So this will be assigned randomly. We will not have any control. We will not have any control that you'll get smaller number or bigger number. So that will be assigned you automatically. Okay. Your router will assign automatically. We will not have any control on that. Right. But understand that this is called as private IP. Okay. This is the private IP of my machine. This is the private IP of Srikanth machine now. This is the private IP of IP address of Venkat laptop now at this moment, and this is the private IP address of Azhar laptop. Clear, guys? Now, so private IP means this is within the network. One more important thing: this is within the network. What is meant by private IP now? IP address within the network is called as private IP. Okay, IP address within the network is called as private IP. Okay. Now, what is public IP now? See, IP address within the network is called as private IP. Everyone clear on this? I'll give you some examples for this to remember this. Okay. Now, what is meant by public IP?
Which is
Right.
sent
So,
by
public
internet
IP
service
means
provider.
the IP address with which we are visible to the external world is called as public IP. We are visible to the external world is called as public IP. Public IP. And how to check the public IP? So you go to a website called whatismyip.com. Everyone please do this. Go to this website whatismyip.com. Okay. Or whatismyipaddress.com. Whatismyipaddress.com. There are multiple websites like this. And do you see that here it is showing, where I am in, see, it is showing in which country I am, which region I am, and which city I am. And what is the ISP? I am right now connected to Airtel ISP. Okay, Airtel Wi-Fi or Airtel broadband connection. And that is what this website is showing. What is my IP address.com. Clear is. So this is called as, see, and observe here, this is the IP address, public IP of my network now. Okay. So this is the public IP of my network. Now, if you observe, everyone who are connected to the same router will have same IP address. Right? Can you confirm that, Srikanth? Everyone is having same public IP because all of us are connected to the same Wi-Fi router. Public IP will be same. Clear, guys? But private IP will be different. Each device will have a separate unique IP address. The private IP will be unique for each device, but public IP will be same if you are connected to the same network. Clear, everyone? And see, let us check in other websites also. Every website should show the same thing. Observe here. 122, 177, 240, 190. This is the public IP of my machine. That is what the other website is also showing. Yes or no? See, this is from whatismyip.com. Whatismyip.com. Okay. This is from whatismyipaddress.com. Clear, guys? So, for every one of these, like public IP will be same if we are connected to the same network. Now, understood the difference between public IP and private IP, everyone? Is this clear so far?
Yes,
And
sir.
this is how, see, suppose if someone does some cyber crime, so from their laptop, so this is how the cybercrime police track us, right? First, they will trace out what is the public IP. Again, in that public IP, suppose you are staying in a PG and someone did some cybercrime. So first, they will see what is the from which public IP that crime happened, and then from there on they will be able to track what is the private IP also, from which device that request came. Suppose I'll tell you some incident. Couple of years back, uh, my own brother shared his PAN number and PAN number to someone else, and they did some, they purchased some laptop with not with their credit card, but with someone else's credit card online, right? And I know ID proof, for ID proof, they kept my brother's ID proof. Okay. So obviously, when they keep, my brother's ID proof, police came to our home because, with the help of ID PAN number, they traced the address and they came to our home. But where that happened is actually that guy bought that laptop online from Bangalore. How do they know that? Because of IP address. They traced, what is that, from which location that crime happened, and they went to Bangalore. They went to Bangalore, and it is an internet center. Again, internet center will have a lot of computers. From which machine it was done? Because they have to trace who did that. What is the actual, at least what is the person name who did that, right? So they traced out, from which device that was done, from which computer it was done in that internet center. And then, they saw, like, they noted down what is the person who used that. That is someone else. Internet centers, they used to check your ID proof, right? Note down your ID proof. Then they understood that, it was someone else brought laptop with my brother's ID card, right? But, that person is something else, someone else, right? And we have to prove that my brother has to prove that he is in my hometown on that date. You got it? Then only he got rid of the case. So these are all, every device connected to the internet. You suppose you connect a smartphone to internet, it will have a separate private IP, right? Even though you connect to the same network, suppose you have your laptop and smartphone at home, right? So your laptop will have different private IP, your smartphone will have different private IP. Clear, guys? Huh? Yes, yes, you can check the IP address in mobile also. If you go to settings, there you can see that. You need to click on Wi-Fi, and there you can see your IP address. Okay. Can someone share a screenshot in the WhatsApp group? We have a WhatsApp group, right? Or else, let me share. Some people are, maybe having some fears. So where can we check our, your smartphone IP address, guys? You go to settings, choose your Wi-Fi network to which you are connected, right? Select that network, and there it will show the IP address. I am sharing a screenshot, okay? Yeah, I had shared a screenshot in your batch WhatsApp group, Jan 2026 daily morning batch. This is my mobile phone IP address, 192.168.1.34. Clear, guys? Right? And see here, private Wi-Fi address rotating. Observe here, private Wi-Fi address rotating means tomorrow it will be something different. It will not be fixed. This is dynamic IP address. This changes dynamically. Clear, guys, everyone? And this is the router IP address, 192.168.1.1. 1.1 will be assigned to the router. It will not be assigned to any other device. Understand that this 192.168.1.1 will be router IP address, router private IP address. It will not be assigned to any device. Our devices will get from 2 onwards, .2, .3, .4 like that. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Guys, are you with me?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So, and tomorrow we'll check this. We'll check what are the IP addresses tomorrow. So this will change. Okay. But this will not change because, we will be connected to the same Wi-Fi network. This may not change. This public IP address may not change. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now let us move on to the next concept. Again in IP address, you have two different types of IP address, version 4 and version 6. IPv4 and IPv6. Okay. So what is so where can we see? Where can we check that IPv6? It is here itself right away. Right? It's here, IPv6 address is this one. This is the private IPv6 address of my current laptop. This is the current IPv6 address of my laptop. I'll note it down here. So somewhere I noted the, yeah, I'll keep it right, next to that. See, this is IPv4 and this is IPv6. Clear? Now, when we have IPv4, why IPv6 again? This is easy to remember, right? Or easy to read, right? You have only 4 set of numbers, but this is very difficult to remember or difficult to read, isn't it?
అంటే నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ డివైస్ పెరిగే కొద్దీ
Yeah.
వాటికి
What is that?
నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ డివైసెస్ కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి ఇంటర్నెట్ కనెక్ట్ అయ్యే డివైస్ కౌంట్ పెరిగిపోతుంది సార్ డైలీ.
Yeah. So, just like, see, if you remember, mobile history, mobile cell number history, initially only 9 series was introduced and then 8 series and then 7 series, now 6 series, right? Because, the number of mobile numbers are increasing day by day, isn't it? So that is why they are introducing new series. So similarly here also, IPv6 was introduced, for that same purpose, it should be for the same reason. And who will assign this or who will define all these standards? Who will define all these standards, guys? Yes, World Wide Web. There is a something called World Wide Web Consortium, which define all these standards. Clear, guys, everyone? And now I'll go to the next one. Host name. What is meant by host name? Host name is nothing but your computer name or your device name. And how to check the host name of our machine? So in the command prompt, same command prompt, just type host name. And you can check, this is the name given to my computer. This is the current name of my computer. And we can change it, right? Of course, we can change it. So, but host name, in the command prompt, if you give host name, right? So it will give you your device name. Clear, guys? Host name of my laptop is Lenovo ThinkPad. Clear, everyone? That is also called as device name. That is one way to check. You can also check it from here. You can go to system and you can check it here. Observe here. This is my machine name, current machine name, Lenovo ThinkPad. And you can change it. If you want to change it, you can click on rename this PC. See, this is current PC name. This is current PC name. And if you want to give a new name, you can give it here. See, this is current PC name. If you want to change the name, you can give some new name here, but you need to restart. Then only it will be effective. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
But host name is nothing but computer name. Okay, please remember that host name is nothing but computer name. And now, by default, there will be one host name. For every computer, there will be a default name. Okay. By default, there will be some name, default name for any computer. That name is localhost. This is the default name of any computer. That is a default name of any computer, right? Someone had a child and పేరు పెట్టక ముందు వాళ్ళని ఏదో పేరుతో పిలుస్తారు కదా, right? Chanti ano, Bujji ano. So alaga, that is a default name. Default name of any computer is localhost. Clear, guys? Now, by default, IP address also will be there for any computer. That IP address is, anyone? What is the default IP address of any computer?
127.0.0.1.
Right, 127.0.0.1. Okay, it is 0 only. You are correct, it is 0 only, but we should read it as O. In IT, we read it as O. I don't know why, really. Sorry for that. But it is read as O. Huh? 0 as O in American accent. Okay. So this is the default IP address of any computer. 127.0.0 is the default IP address of any computer. Okay. Now, let us go back to host name is done. Now, LAN and WAN, everyone knows, right? LAN stands for local area network and WAN stands for wide area network. Just know the full form, that is enough. Okay. No one will ask you what is difference between LAN and WAN, but local area network and WAN stands for wide area network. Where does these concepts come into picture? Suppose you are working in TCS or CTS. They have multiple locations, right? In Hyderabad itself, Infosys is having two offices, two locations, isn't it? Or TCS is having 3 to 4 locations. But all their networks will be connected via WAN, right? In each office, they will have LAN, local area network, and all the offices will be interconnected through WAN. Clear? Or even if TCS is having Bangalore, Pune, etc., all these, but all these networks will be interconnected through a WAN, wide area network. Clear? That's all you need to know about LAN and WAN. Now, what is ping command? What is ping command? So let us ask Copilot, what is ping command? What is the purpose of ping command? What is ping command? Where do we use ping command? So ping command is to check if you are able to connect to another computer. Okay, suppose we have some computers here, right? Srikanth and Azhar and Venkat, right? Suppose I want to, I can ping that machine from my laptop. Okay, I am using ping here. Ping followed by what is the IP address that Srikanth told? What is the IP address of Srikanth laptop? Yeah, so I'll copy this. I'm sorry. I'll copy this. And I am pinging his machine. Okay. Because we are on the same network, we'll get a reply. We should get a reply. Unless until there is a firewall turned on. Okay. So request, I got a request timed out because because by default firewall will be turned on his machine. Now can you turn off that firewall, Srikanth? How to turn off the firewall? Go to firewall.cpl, type firewall.cpl here, right? And turn off that firewall for a moment. You don't forget to turn it on back after some time. Turn off private network settings. Okay, this is enough, right? See, this is firewall. This is what is firewall, by the way? We need to know what is meant by firewall first of all. What is firewall? Windows Defender. You see the definition here. Windows Defender firewall, right? Windows Defender firewall can help to prevent hackers or malicious software from gaining access to your PC through the internet or a network. So basically, every computer will come with every operating system. Firewall comes with operating system. We don't install it. Firewall comes by default with the operating system. And it will protect your computer from hackers or malicious software. What is meant by malicious software? Dangerous software. Malicious means dangerous, right? So it will, it will protect the firewall protects your computer to some extent. It will provide some basic protection to your computer. So that turn off that private network settings. Okay, because we are connected to the same network, right? So, if you turn off that private network settings, I believe that is enough. Okay, now Srikanth disabled the firewall. Now I am repeating that ping command again. Okay, I am repeating that ping command again. Now I should get a reply. Oh, Srikanth, still I am not getting. 1 second. Are you sure? Don't. Okay, can you turn off both of them for a moment? Just some time. So, okay, now we are getting a reply from that machine. Observe here. Do you observe the difference between previous output and this one? Everyone? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
So this is what is the purpose of ping command now? What is Copilot saying? When do we use ping command? What is ping command? First of all, ping stands for packet internet grouper, it seems. Okay, it is the ping command is a basic network utility used to test connectivity between two devices by sending small packets and measuring the response time, right? And that is what my machine has done, right? It sent some packets here. Observe here, it sent 4 packets, received 4 packets, and it measured, how much time it is taking to receive those packets. Observe here, minimum 9 milliseconds, maximum 37 milliseconds, average is 21 milliseconds. And that is what it is saying here. It is a basic network utility used to test the connectivity between two devices by sending small packets and measuring the response time. It is mainly checked if a host is reachable and to diagnose network issues. Clear, guys? Diagnose your network issues. Clear? Ping command. Yes. Response times may be different. Maybe almost same on time because we are in the same location, right? So ping times will be same, almost same. Okay. Suppose yes. We can ping this any device which is connected to the same network. For example, I can't ping, I can't ping the machine of any online participants. Okay, because we are not connected to the same network. Clear? Huh? If you are connected on WAN, yes, you can ping. Same WAN, same network, same wide area network. I didn't understand. I want to ping. Yes, you can do that. If both of you are connected to the same TCS network, you can ping them. Okay. Next. All right. So that's all you need to know regarding ping command. I'll do one last check. So I'll ping some other machine. So I should be able to ping all these machines. Okay. So I'm pinging other machine. Right. But remember, please remember that firewall should be turned off. Okay. If we should get a response, we'll get a response only when the firewall is turned off. Otherwise, you will get a request timed out. Okay. And now you should know what is a firewall. Firewall is a Windows Defender. Firewall is a basic security feature provided by your operating system that will help your computer prevent attacks from hackers. Right. So right now, by default, firewall will be turned on by default. Now he turned it off, it seems. Now see, when the firewall is turned on, observe here, my laptop has sent 4 packets but received 0. None of the packets are received and all the 4 packets are lost. 100% loss. Now after turning off the firewall, I'm pinging it again. Now I am getting a response. Right. And now see here, see this message. See here, it took 101 milliseconds. Next ping, it took 104 milliseconds. Next ping, it took 102 milliseconds and 107 milliseconds. Average is 103. Right. And what is TTL? Time to last byte. TTL stands for time to last byte. That took 128. That is what it means. TTL stands for time to last byte. TTFB stands for time to first byte. Okay. These are some computer fundamentals that you need to know. TTFB. Time to first byte means time to first byte. How much time it took to receive first byte of the response? That is called as time to first byte. TTL or TTLB. L or TTLB stands for time to last byte. Clear, guys? Okay. So that's all you need to know regarding ping command. That's it. And now let us move to the next concept: command prompt and elevated command prompt. So there is command prompt. You have 2 different types. So one is normal command prompt. This one. So if you just type CMD, this is a normal command prompt. In the title, you will see just command prompt. This is called as Windows title. Remember this. This is called as window title. This is a window that we got, right? In a Windows operating system, everything is a window. If you open a browser, that is one browser window. If you open task manager, that is task manager window. That is called as task manager window. If you open command prompt, this is window command prompt window. So the title of the window is command prompt here. This is a normal command prompt. Okay. Now what is elevated command prompt? Elevated command prompt means nothing but command prompt with admin privileges. How to open it? You type CMD and you select this option, run as administrator. Now this is an elevated command prompt or administrator command prompt. Do you see that here, administrator command prompt in the title? Now, when do you use command prompt and when do you use administrator command prompt? Or when do we use administrator command prompt is some commands require you to launch command prompt as an administrator. Some commands can be run only with admin privileges. For running those privileges, you have to open a elevated command prompt or command prompt with admin privileges. Clear, guys, everyone? All right. Firewall we already discussed just now. Windows firewall we already discussed. Now remote desktop connection. What is remote desktop connection? Suppose I want to connect to a remote machine. For example, I can connect to Srikanth machine here, or I can connect to Azhar machine. Right? I can do a remote desktop connection. What is meant by remote desktop connection? Without moving from my place, without getting up from my place, I can connect to any of their machines. But if I want to connect to their machines, what details do I require, guys? Can I connect just like that? Yeah, I need IP address or host name. I need their machine's IP address. or host name. That's it. Or do we need anything else? Do we need to know anything else?
Username అలాగే passwords.
Right. We need to know their credentials also. Clear guys? I need to know their system credentials as well. Right? And also, remote desktop connection should be enabled. Another thing. Okay. So remote desktop connection should be enabled. And this feature will be there only on, remember that, this feature will be there only on Pro operating system, not on Home operating system. Okay. Windows Pro and above. Please remember this. If your computer is having Windows 11 Home or 10 Home, I can't connect, even though, but I am having Windows 10 Pro or 11 Pro, sorry. I am having Windows 11 Pro, but still I will turn on this firewall. Okay. You also please turn on the firewall, guys. Those who turned it off, please turn it on now. Right now, see, observe here. I am having Windows 10 11 Pro. Right. Let me show you that. Where do you see that? Observe here. It is Windows 11 Pro operating system on my machine. Right. But I can't connect to another laptop which is having Windows 11 Home. Home operating system doesn't support it. So only when you have Pro operating system, then only I can connect to your machine from here. Clear, guys? I'll show that tomorrow at my home. I have another laptop which is also having Windows 11 Pro. Tomorrow I'll show that how to do remote desktop connection. And why do we don't need to know this? All this, remote desktop connection and all this. Suppose you are working for some US projects, right? So your client will give you some machines in US. Suppose you are working for US projects. Mostly you'll be working for US projects. Now you may need to connect to some remote machine which is in US. Then you will use this remote desktop connection. You should know how to connect. First of all, you should know how to connect and what is the IP address or host name and what are the credentials of that US machine. Clear, guys? So you need to know these fundamentals, like how to do remote desktop, how to connect remotely from our machine to another machine, etc. Right? So that's the reason I'm explaining all these concepts. Tomorrow I'll show it at home. Okay. Tomorrow or anyone having Pro operating system here? Yours is Windows 10 Pro, 11 Pro, 10 Pro. Okay. Can you please go to turn off the firewall once? Okay. And one more thing is you need to go to system, right? And enable the remote desktop connection, not system. Go to settings. And type search remote here. Okay, remote desktop settings. And you need to turn it on like this. Can you please do this for me for a moment? Go to settings and search remote. And you will get an option called remote desktop settings. By default, it will be turned off. This will be turned off by default. Remote desktop will be turned off by default. Huh? Not? You need to enable it. You need to turn it on. Enabled now. Okay. So Azhar has enabled a remote desktop connection now. Firewall also should be disabled. Okay. And credentials, can you share your, I need your system credentials also to show that. Only Pro will support this remote desktop. Home will not support. Home operate. That I need to check. I'm not sure. Huh? Right. I need your IP address or host name also. IP address undi na daggara already. I want your credentials. Okay. Can you please share your credentials in WhatsApp or through a direct message? Firewall disabled? Is your firewall disabled? Firewall.cpl. Type firewall.cpl. Okay. CPL stands for control panel. And you need to go to Windows Defender firewall and turn it off. here it will be, here they mention that it is not recommended. Okay, just once we are done with this concept, then you can enable it back. Disable now. Okay, so I need not disable because I am connecting, I am trying to connect. Okay, so I need not disable from my side, but Azhar is saying it is disabled, and I need your credentials also, username and password. No password. At least I need your username. How to check our username on our computer, guys? In the command prompt, type who am I. Okay, this is how we check our username on our computer. Type who am I in command prompt. Okay, and this who am I command works in both Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Mac OS. Almost every operating system supports this command. Okay, who am I will tell you what is the username. This is my username. This is my laptop name, and this is my username. Okay, so I want username for your machine. Can you type it? Copy and type it. Copy that entire thing. Okay. See, copy this entire thing. Who am I? Type who am I, and you got some output, right? So you need to share this entire string, this complete string. Select that and hit enter. And hit enter, and you can paste it in the WhatsApp chat like this. Okay. So see, for example, see, this is my machine name. Lenovo ThinkPad / my username. Machine name followed by username. So in that way, I need your username. Are you sharing your machine name? Huh?
I'm opening the first.
What is it? Okay. How to connect to remote machine? You can type MSTSC or simply type remote. Okay. Type remote and you will get a remote desktop connection option. Now paste that machine credentials here. These are his machine credentials. Machine name, right? So desktop hyphen something. This is machine name and this is the username, right? And both of them should be in the same network, as well as firewall should be turned off. Remote desktop connection should be enabled. Those are the prerequisites for establishing a remote connection. What are the prerequisites, guys? To connect to remote machine, right? Right. So what are the prerequisites? First thing is remote desktop connection should be enabled. Remote to desktop connection should be enabled. Next, firewall should be turned off. Right? And what else do you require? The remote machine. What else do you require? Remote machine credentials are required to connect to remote machine, right? So now Azhar has turned off the firewall and turned on the remote desktop settings, and he shared me the credentials. Okay. Now I'll try to connect. But he's saying password is not there. I'll try to connect. Okay. Let me try to connect. What is it saying? Desktop. Huh? What is it? Initiating remote connection, right? So I have given just username,
Right.
and he's saying that password is not there. But let me try. Let me try to connect. Okay, what is it saying? Remote access is not enabled. Remote computer is turned off. No, but remote computer is turned on right now. It is available on the. Are you connected to the same network? Tech1 5G. Tech1 5G. Okay. Then remote access. Can you check if remote access is enabled or not? Did you click OK there after turning off the firewall? Kinda OK button untadi. Did you click that OK button? Firewall.
Firewall is off ramp. Go to sorting that system, go to settings, type settings. And I will just okay, okay. Operate is in progress. Wait on. One. Not for video.
Huh? I'm turning off my firewall also for a moment. Okay. Firewall.cpl, that is the easiest way to turn on or turn off firewall.cpl. So without turning off my firewall, I am unable to connect. So what will I do is I'll try turning off my firewall and then I'll try to connect. Okay. I am trying to connect here. Does not recognize the name specified. If it doesn't work, I'll show tomorrow. Okay. So I'll show tomorrow by connecting to my another laptop, which is at home now. Currently, I can't show that, but I'll show that tomorrow if it doesn't work. No, there is some issue. So basically, like he's having Windows 10 Pro, but that should not be an issue, I guess. Mine is 11 Pro. 11 Pro. Mine is 11.
I'm trying to connect your laptop.
Okay. But I can't show that. ఇక్కడ నేను కనెక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు అది పోతే మీకు. I don't remember password. I'll show that tomorrow. I'll show that. Okay. I don't remember this machine password. I'm using my, what is that? My fingerprint. I'm using my fingerprint to unlock. Okay. We'll see that tomorrow, guys. I'll show that tomorrow. We'll stop it here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. I have another machine at home, which whose password I am aware of. Okay. I'll usually use that machine only for showing this. Tomorrow I'll show that, how to establish remote desktop connection. But, to connect to remote machine, so these are mandatory. Remote desktop connection should be enabled on the other machine. And firewall should be turned off on the other machine, and remote machine credentials are required. Okay. So that is for sure. That is for sure that, these are required. Any queries, guys, before we close today's session? Any queries before we close today's session, guys? Am I audible, guys? Online folks?
Yeah, no.
Okay. So if you don't have any queries, I'll take your silence as no. So if you don't have any queries, I'll stop it here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow, join same time at 11:30. So I will update it here 11:30 to, I had updated here already 11:30 to 12:30 AM. We'll continue this timing still till we complete the fundamentals. Okay. So we'll follow these timings 11:30 to 12:30. I'll try to start by sharp 11:30 tomorrow. So please join by 11:30 tomorrow. So, we will follow these timings till we complete PT fundamentals, performance testing fundamentals. And once we complete that, this is the plan as of now. So once we complete the fundamentals here by 20th Jan, I'll be starting one batch for LoadRunner Dynatrace and another batch for JMeter and BlazeMeter SAS. So this is the current plan as of now. Okay. Yeah, I'll stop it here, guys, for today. And share your email ID. I will share this batch tracker sheet and class notes document. If you want this, those who paid fees, you have to confirm your joining by paying the fees if you want to get access to this. So I'll share this to those who paid fees and confirm their joining. This batch tracker and class notes documents as of now. And then I'll share this performance testing fundamentals content, right? This training content also, I'll share it. Once you confirm your joining by paying the fees, I will share this training content as well. Okay. So tomorrow we'll finish these fundamentals, these know your computer concepts, and then I'll start SDLC, software development lifecycle. From day after tomorrow, this will be started. So tomorrow also we'll have some computer fundamental concepts only discussed in tomorrow's session. Okay. Any queries, guys, before we close today's session? And everyone, I hope everyone is having MS Office in your system, in your laptop. Because we'll be using Word and Excel almost on a daily basis once you join the job. So you need to practice this Excel. We need to go through those short videos. There will be short videos of 5 minutes. So you need to go through those Excel basics and Word tutorials. Those who are from non-computers background or those who are not aware of those, right? So you need to learn Word and Excel also. Okay, and you should learn ChatGPT and Claude.ai and other Copilot. Okay, so nowadays interviewers are asking whether you are using these AI tools or not. Okay, in the JD also they are mentioning that candidates should be well versed with these Copilot and all this, using all this. This is a basic thing, nothing great in that, right? Nothing difficult in it, isn't it? So instead of Google search, we are going to use Copilot or ChatGPT. But you have to know how to search, how to give proper prompt for that, right? You need to know how to give a proper prompt in ChatGPT or Copilot, isn't it? So start using these tools, these AI tools. Okay. So with this, I'll stop it here. By the way, before you leave the session, this is my YouTube channel. Okay, I'll share the link to you. So please subscribe and turn on all notifications. Okay. Please subscribe and turn on all notifications. So, if so we are planning one free session on Kubernetes. Okay. So if you want to, and also I'm sharing I'm sharing some openings as well. I'm sharing some openings, new batch updates over here. This is a new batch update. And I'm sharing some openings like this. As you see here, I'm sharing some openings like this, right? So if you want to receive this, subscribe and turn on all notifications on my YouTube channel. And this is our Insta page. On Insta also, we are sharing new batch updates and our student success stories like this, right? So please follow our Insta page. This is our Insta handle. Or I'll share it in the WhatsApp group. And for every batch, we do have a WhatsApp group. So once you pay fees and confirm your joining, you will be added to this batch WhatsApp group, and all communication and collaboration happens through that WhatsApp group. All right, guys, I'll stop it here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Any queries, guys, before we close today's session? All right, then I'll stop it here if you don't have any queries.